Welcome to another podcast episode for the Solo Female Traveller. Today's expert interview is with the lovely Brooke Sherman from the popular website Her Packing List. Brooke has helped thousands of women to pack smarter, feel more comfortable and confident when they travel the world. Hi, Brooke. Great to meet you.
Hi, thank you for having me, Lisa. This is great.
I'm really excited to talk to you, but before we get into the topic of packing, can you share a little bit more about you? So where did your love of travel first begin?
Oh man, okay. This would take us back.
Question.
Um, well, my family didn't travel much, but I was always obsessed with it. I was always dreaming about it. But when I took Latin in high school, we
Oh,
were able to go on a class trip to Italy. So that was pretty much the game changer for me. Um, yeah, and that from then on, I was determined to go off and see more of the world. And I even went and studied abroad in Italy when I was at university. Went and traveled around Europe, all because of that trip. It really did just, set it off for me.
amazing. I remember when Latin was a topic back in the school days. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really thankful that I was able to take it. Like, not a lot of high schools offered it. And I just thought it was really unique and special. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, fantastic. So Italy's got a special place in your heart, is it?
Yeah, for sure.
And you started your blog. You've been blogging longer than me. You started Her Packing List in 2010, and I started in 2012. Why did you decide to come up with Her Packing List? Why did you begin blogging?
I actually was blogging before Her Packing List was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm an OG here. Um, I think I was blogging since probably 2008 on my own personal travel blog. So even back then, I kind of saw where this was going. I saw that online content was going to be somewhere where people could, make money, build an income, build a business. Like, I knew it was possible. And I, as a traveler, wanted to be able to figure out a way to be location independent, work for
Mm,
myself, be
dream.
involved in travel, work in travel, and help other people to travel. So I struggled to kind of make it all work with the personal travel blog. But so I was trying to think of other ideas, and we're all united when we go away, and the fact that we have to pack for a trip. We have to get ready for it. And I really enjoyed getting ready for the trip. It's a lot of fun. It's exciting. You're getting, everything put together for this adventure you're about to take. So, yeah. And I thought, it would be something that, had the avenue, like the avenues for building a business as well as helping people, and also, you know, being something that I enjoyed at the same time. So that's why I started Her Packing List.
That's great that you enjoy packing. I get really stressed
A lot of
packing.
people do. A lot of people do. Yes, I
I have
understand it.
I have my standard packing list that I go through to make sure that I don't miss anything, but it seems to be growing and growing every year with things that I need to take. I did go to Riyadh for 3 nights last year, and for the first time ever, I took a really small backpack with me, and I had hardly anything in it, and I cannot tell you how liberating it felt to have to pack really light. So I think what you're doing is great and helping women to be a bit less stressed when they pack as well.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've heard countless stories of people who are just overwhelmed. Like
Yeah.
they get paralyzed. They hate the process of getting ready and packing so much that they just sometimes will be like, yeah, I don't want to go away. So I hope that, I can help to improve that so that they can go away and have nice adventures and not feel weighed down. So yeah, that's the
Yeah,
goal.
because that's what it's all about, isn't it? And I guess the whole journey begins when you start packing. It's not necessarily from the plane or the airport, it's when you start packing and when you start thinking about your trip and where to go. But you have so many packing lists on your website. It's amazing. You've got packing lists for skiing, beach holidays, even a packing list for walking the Camino de Santiago. How do you decide what to include in the packing lists?
Well, first off, most of the packing lists have been written by, me, my team members, or other travelers who have actually gone on the trip. Okay. So I'm not going in there and creating packing lists for places that I have never been to. I want people who've had first-hand experience. So that's like the first step. And then the second step is, I kind of evaluate, is it carry-on friendly? Is it light enough that it could be in a carry-on? That's been the evolution over the years. Like when I first started, that wasn't the focus, but now it's definitely like has to be in the carry-on sized at least. And then if there's anything in the article that I feel like, maybe could be done differently, like maybe they, packed like 10 to 12 shirts and they could get away with 7, I might put a note in there, editor's note, like if you wanted to go even lighter, you could pack just 7, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much how we go about it. That's the process. Yeah.
That's great though, because honestly, when I checked again recently, because I've been following you for a long time, but when I checked again recently, there's just packing lists for things that I wouldn't even consider. So it's such an amazing resource. I need to check out some of your packing lists actually. But something that I noticed since the pandemic is that the airlines are changing the baggage allowance. So I used to be able to travel with the low-cost airlines with a really small pull-on suitcase. But now it looks as though you can only take a really small handbag, which for me, before I would have done your workshop, is just enough clothes for maybe 1 or 2 days. And now you have to pay to put your 10-kilogram luggage in the hold. Have you noticed that too since the pandemic?
Oh, yeah. They've definitely cracked down on what you can bring for free. It's much stricter these days, which is why I think a lot of people have been taking my ultralight packing class because they want to bypass, having to pay on those budget airlines.
Yeah.
So if they can get by with just a personal item size bag, then, they can save quite a bit of money if they're taking several flights like that. So yeah. But yeah, that's definitely the trend right now. So.
Yeah, because you might look at the flight price and it might come up really cheap, but then when you add the baggage onto it, the baggage is just as much as the flight.
For sure. For sure.
What do you personally not travel without? I do not travel without my earplugs and without my laptop, and without my Kindle because I travel alone quite a lot. But what do you personally take with you?
Well, I always have my phone and probably my AirPods. Like that's, number one. I typically, it depends on the trip. I might not bring a laptop. So if I can get by with just my phone, then I will do that. Chances are a lot of trips, I will think I'm going to do work and then I don't really do much that requires my laptop. So yeah, so I can usually get by with just my phone. So, yeah, that's something. I usually pack like some sort of stuffable day pack or stuffable bag. Like that's always something that I put in no matter what size luggage I'm bringing. It always comes in handy for something, for laundry, for going to the beach, for going shopping, that kind of stuff. So, and then recently I have been traveling. I have always been and living in it actually in my daily life too. I have this reversible top from Splice Clothing. Have you heard of Splice Clothing?
No, I haven't.
So they do reversible clothes. So one side's one color, the other side's another color. Check them
Wow.
out. Really good.
Okay.
And I have this top. It's like a little snap up top and I love it. I wear it kind of like a summer jacket. I don't know. It's super lightweight and it feels awesome, like cooling, and it protects you from the sun. So even if I'm wearing like a tank top and it's hot, I'll still put it on. And it's just another light layer. I always have some sort of light layer, always. So yeah.
That's the key, isn't it? Is multi-use things. So I take a sarong, which I use as a towel as well.
Yeah.
and, as a wraparound and for the beach. And I love, like you say, those little bags that you can take, the day packs that just roll up into a little ball and you can take them with you as well.
Yeah, those are great.
So you talk about the main barrier of packing light being people's mindsets. What do you think stops women thinking that they can pack light?
Oh, there's so many factors here, so many things. One of the things that comes up quite frequently is the like, what will people think factor.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, a lot of women struggle with the idea of like re-wearing things multiple times on a trip. Um, they feel like people are going to judge them in their travel photos, or that people on the tour are going to like notice that they've been re-wearing something, and they get really self-conscious, I think. Um, yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is, I think, when you go out traveling, you're basically going into the unknown. You're going to a place you haven't been. You don't know really 100% what to expect. And it's very anxiety provoking for a lot of people. And I think people use their belongings as a security blanket, if that makes sense.
Mm.
So they get stressed out, they worry, and they just keep throwing things into the luggage, like even for situations where it's probably not going to happen, like not in like 10 years, not in. So yeah, they have all these just in case items because they're freaking out and they're like, maybe if I take this thing and this thing, I'll be okay. But really they're just lacking confidence in in
Choices.
their selves, I guess, like themselves. Yeah. Um, that they could be okay without all the extra stuff surrounding them.
Do you know, that is so true, actually, because I think the amount of people that I speak to, and me personally, whenever I take stuff on holiday or on a trip, I never wear all of it. I don't need all of it. And I could probably get away with halving that because I know the old trick used to be pack what you want to take and then half it and then
But
take
double the
that with you.
money.
But what, sorry? But
Double the money.
so that's really interesting about people's mindsets. And I used to travel just with hand luggage. And I actually find it easier to decide what to wear when I've got less pieces with me because I've got less choice, especially if I've got dresses or trousers and a t-shirt or something, and then just rotate it. And now that I've moved to Dubai, I have half my wardrobe with me and I get very stressed out with what to wear that day. So I kind of find myself longing for just having hand luggage and just having a few items where it's really easy and it takes that decision, off you for what you want to wear. And I love the fact that you were talking about reversible clothing as well, because that really gets multi-use out of a top, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I am a big fan of the reversible clothing. If you're someone who's looked at like the convertible clothing and it's not been, something that's worked for you, the dress that turns into a scarf, turns into something else, I would definitely look at reversible, because if you have a top that you like that's reversible, you just turn it inside out and it's a different color. So that's it's simple, but you're still getting like multiple items in one thing. Yeah.
So tell us more about your handbag packing masterclass. When I saw it, I honestly thought, how could you take everything for a trip inside one handbag?
Magic. It's
Tell
all
us.
magic. Um, oh man. Okay. Handbag packing masterclass. It is my baby. I am so proud of it. And I'm proud of like how much it's helped the people who have come in and done the work. It was based off of a trip I took several years ago where I went away for 3 weeks with a 12-liter laptop bag, basically, as my only luggage. And when I, put that post on the site, it quickly became one of the most popular articles. And, I was getting emails, I was getting messages from people saying, this one article changed everything for me.
Wow.
I packed lighter than I ever did before because of this article, because of this post, because someone said, I read this post every year before I go away on a trip, just because it gets me into the
Okay.
mindset. And so I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna teach people how I did it. the process I used, and I'm going to teach it to other people. And that has turned into handbag packing masterclass. And yeah, that's where we are now.
I love it. So you used to do them live, didn't you? But now you have like a self-paced course that you can do.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, all last year I ran the course live, and we did it week by week, and it was at least a month long, 5 weeks and 6 weeks long to do the course. But I have turned it into an on-demand course. So it's self-guided. You come in, you get access to all the lessons, all the resources as soon as you join. And you also get access to the classroom community where you can share your work and still learn from others. So it's still very much, interactive, which is a big part of why I think it was so successful, is because people were really excited to learn from each other as well and to share, and it got people doing the work. So yeah, now it is on demand. You can sign up at any time and you will learn the framework that I use for packing ultralight. It is great.
That's so amazing. And it must be so rewarding to get comments like that from people and just know that you've changed it, the way they pack, and you've helped reduce stress, you're saving people money as well.
People have said the class is life-changing. It changes their mindset, not just about packing and packing light, but it changes, their concept of what they feel like they need in their everyday life. So I've had several people come out of the class and they're decluttering their homes. They're, making different life choices because they're on a different path now, because they've done this class, and it's just a packing class, right? But it's not.
It's all about reducing clutter though, isn't it? And just having just what you need. And that's great that it ripples over into other areas of your life, because what's that saying? Is it a tidy mind or tidy room or tidy shelves or something? Tidy mind. So if you get rid of all the clutter, then it's just freeing in all areas of your life, isn't it? Yeah. Congratulations on creating it and for helping so many people. So how much does the course cost?
It is $179 US for handbag packing masterclass. And, like I said before, it will save you money on your luggage fees, just, for a starting point, but it's also going to save you time, energy. It's going to save you stress. You're not going to be worrying so much the night before you go on a trip. You're not going to be worrying if your baggage is going to arrive at your destination, or you're just going to feel more confident, about your choices. That's part of the process of the course, is it actually makes you feel more confident. So you can say, I've packed what I need. I packed exactly what I need, and not pack all those just in case items.
I'm packing today actually, because I'm flying tomorrow. So I'm gonna I'm gonna take that advice on board. And you've kindly given all of the Girl About the Globe community a special discount on the course. So can you just tell us about the discount?
The discount is $30 off. So you will use the discount code GATG special.
GATG
your $30
special. Yeah. Fantastic. And that gives us $30 off. Thank you so much. I will also put that in the link, and that's available until the end of April, isn't it? So people have got 5 days from the day that this video goes out to get the $30 off. Thank you so much for being generous and doing that, Brooke. And before we go, is there anything else that you want to add about packing or travel in general? Well, where's your next trip actually as well?
I'm going to the States next month for just shy of 3 weeks. It's a family trip, but I am packing in an 8-liter bag, everyone. So it's tiny. So it's a little tiny day pack. And yeah, so definitely, be sure to join my mailing list, because I'll be sending out, updates from the trip as well. So check me out on herpackinglist.com and join the mailing list, and you'll get the updates.
Fantastic. You're getting even smaller. So you're going down to 8. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today, Brooke. It's been such a delight speaking to you, and just congratulations on your masterclass and for helping improve women's packing and the ripple effect it has on women's lives as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This was great. Thank you.
Thank you.